students, in previous class we have introduced a microorganism, bacteria. Now I am starting second microbes introduction, only introduction of second microbe, and that microbe is virus. You know very well that microbes, the virus are, most of the viruses are disease causing. That's why people remain scared from the name of this virus. What are the main characteristics of this virus? It lie on borderline. It lie on borderline of living and non-living. Living and non-living. It lie on borderline. Lie on borderline means it having living characteristics. Having living characteristics when enter in living body. When enter in living body. Otherwise, its each and every characters are like non-living. That means it is crystalline. You can say it is crystalline in structure. No living features are present there. That's why it is also called borderline of living and non-living, or connecting link between living and non-living. Now, look at what is its chemical composition. By which chemicals its body is made up of. Chemical composition of viruses. When you will see its chemical composition, you will find it consists of lipid and protein. Actually, there are lipid like genetic material, and it is coated from all the side from proteinous coat. From proteinous coat. A name is also added in the name of virus, and that name is coronavirus. This is protein coat which covers from all the side to this. This is protein coat, and this one is lipid, that means genetic material, DNA or RNA. This one is genetic material. That means you can say that when you see virus body, it consists of lipid and protein. Lipid as genetic material, DNA or RNA. It is centrally located, and protein surround it from all the direction. Now we can draw some different diagram of virus. Like this you can also draw. Here DNA, this one is DNA, and this is proteinous coat. Proteinous coat. Like this you can also draw its diagram. Now come to the name or some examples of virus. First example, coronavirus. Corona virus. Second one, HIV, which causes AIDS. Third one, influenza virus. Influenza virus. Fourth one is common cold virus. You can see here name on the basis of name of disease. Its name is given. Most of the viruses are disease causing. Now come to next microbe, and that microbe is fungi. Third microbe is fungi. First of all, you will see its characteristic. Here it is a chlorophyllous plant. A chlorophyllous plant. That means chlorophyll is absent here. That means no photosynthesis occurs due to the absence of chlorophyll. Then how it derive food? Actually, members of fungi are either saprophytes or parasites, or members of fungi are either saprophytes or parasites. What do we mean by saprophytes? Feed or derive food, feed on dead and decaying organic matter. But when you will see parasites, that it derives food from other organism. That means it lives on other organism and derive food from that organism. Now come to some examples of fungi. Most common one is yeast. You also heard its name. Why? It is mostly used in fermentation process. Second one is mushroom, which is also known as agaricus. It is mineral rich. That's why it is mostly used in food. Third one is mold. You also heard its name. Mold generally grows in leftover food. Now look at some diagram of fungi. First, you will see yeast. You will find yeast are unicellular fungi. These are yeast. At the smallest particle, it is present in market. Also, it is yeast. And why yeast is famous? Because this one is only unicellular fungi. Now come to the second one. Second one is mold. You can see hyphae grows in your tiffin box in leftover food, and this one is mold. It is spread in your food, in leftover food. This is mold. Now come to the agaricus. You have seen the body of agaricus. This is the agaricus. Now, or mushroom. Mushroom or agaricus. Now, in next session, I will start next microbe. Introduction of next microbe. Thank you.